So good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discussing about probability lecture 1, basics. Get ready. Now see right all of you. So classical definition of probability. Okay. So in this case, what here? Generally, first we have to discuss random experiment. Dear students, suppose whenever you are throwing a die, okay, now, see, tossing a coin. Tossing a coin means you can get chances what here, tail or head is coming now. So throwing a die means number is appearing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So this is the random experiment. So what is the random experiment? An experiment is said to be a random experiment. It the outcome of the experiment cannot be decided in advance, even after knowing the results of all the previous trials. That's the meaning. What is the other way? You can write anyway. An experiment whose outcome cannot be predicted with certainty is called random experiment. So these are the cases. So where I'm giving one example, dear students. See, suppose throwing an unbiased die is random experiment because when die is thrown, we cannot say that the certainty which one of the numbers. Okay, no? Before getting the result, we cannot say no. What we are getting, we cannot guess. We don't know like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, anything. So tossing of a coin, pair coin, is a random experiment because when a coin is tossed, we cannot say that with the certainty whether either it is the head or tail will come up. That is a random experiment. After getting the result, only we can say whether it is getting head or tail. Before that, we cannot say that one. So such type of trials are called as random experiments. Right on. So these are one of the best definition. This one, okay, now. Without doing the experiment, you cannot say that one. Wow, can I expect? We are guessing only whether it is head or tail. When we are tossing a coin, throwing a die means we can expect guess it only 2, 3, 4 like that only. Right on? Hmm. Okay, after sharing, you can write on this one. I am going to for next slide. Get ready, here, students. Running notes is very, very important. These are the examples. See, what is sample space? Okay, now sample space means what here set of all possible outcomes. Simply you can say that possible outcomes. The set of all possible outcomes, simply you can say when I'm asking question of random experiment is called sample space. Okay, of that experiment, and it is usually denoted by capital S. So each element of a sample space is called sample point. Dear students, tossing a coin, what are the chances are there? Tell me, head or tail? So this is a sample space. See? So what is the sample space tossing a coin? See, and the case, see anyone? When two coins are tossed, what is the sample space? This one, because two coins appearing, both are head, one is head, one is tail. One is tail, one is head. One is tail, both are tails, like this only. Like that, dear students, when three coins are tossed, for example, then anyone can guess what is the sample space? Triple H possible. Next, HHT, HTH, HTT, like that. Getting my point here? After that, what here? THT, TTH. Next, what is the another case? THH, TTT. So there are, how many elements are there? There are 8 elements are there, see, like that. Now, so this is the meaning, see, here HH means what? The head on the first coin, head on the second coin. Similarly, HD denotes the head on the first coin, tail on the second coin. If a die is rolled once, the sample space S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the case. Please write down. So similarly, suppose tossing 4 coins, what is sample space? But little complicated, but we can say that how many numbers are there. Dear student, that is the case. We can say. Write down this one, hurry up. Suppose if you are throwing a die, then what is the sample space? Anyone? 6. So how many elements are there in the sample space? Yes, 6. When the 3 coins are tossing, how many elements are there? 8. Tossing 2 coins means 4, like that. So please add this point. I'm adding here. See. If one coin is tossed n times, if one coin is tossed n times, n coins, are tossed once, then the number of simple points, each element is called as what? Sample point. Okay, now the number of sample points, better write a sample point. Okay, now yeah, sample points in experiment, in random experiment is called, in random experiment is, what is the answer, dear students? 2 power n. So please remember this formula, anyone. This one, tossing n coins. So 2 coins are there tossing. What is the sample space? 2 power 2. That's what, see, 2 square. 2 square. How many elements are there? They are asking. This is the n of s. This is the n of s. Number of elements in sample space. How many are there? 2 square. The 2 power 1. like that. So similarly to rolling a die means that is the answer is what now 6 power n in this case. Okay, now n of s is what 6 power n for this case. For the case rolling n dice concept. Find out notes neatly. Completed? Yes, students. Okay, now these are not required. Elementary event means see what is the elementary event? The possible outcome or the result of a random experiment cannot be split further is called elementary or simple event. So what do you mean simple event, dear students? So when tossing a guy, when tossing a coin, you can get only one event. HH or anything. HT, TH, anything like this one. Best example, this one. Suppose tossing a coin, you can get either head or tail. Such type of events are called as simple events. This is the right one example. See. Next one. Let's see what is the compound event, dear students? An event other than elementary or simple event is called mixed event. Okay, a simple event means what is occurring only one single event. But in this case, what is mixing more than one simple event possible. So I'm turning next page. I'm giving one example. See. Okay, next point C. What the in this case what an elementary event means what here? Or we can write simple event here. In this case happening only one event, but in this case more than one event. That means C. The event even E is equal to the event, not even, okay? The event E is equal to HH of getting at least one head is called mixed event. They're taken like this. Condition they're giving. What is the getting? And getting at least one head. Previous one is what here? Getting exactly two heads. That's the meaning. Aditya, when will you write? Okay. These points are very important, dear students. So I'm uploading in YouTube class this one. Get ready. Dear students, when a die is thrown, the sample space S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. But A is equal to 2, 4, 6. The event of occurrence of an even number. Dear students, what is the sample space when throwing a die? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many elements are there? Number of elements is nothing but 6. I'm giving basics for you. Now, concept is what here? Yeah, I'm taking suppose getting an even number. That is, I'm taking event is A, 2, 4, 6. Getting a number 3 or getting a number divisible by 3. Take it anywhere. B, see? The event of occurrence of a number which is divisible by 3. So here A and B are mixed events. Why? Because more than one element is existing. Okay, why? Because in the set here, how many elements are there? There are 3. B means 2. Suppose if I'm taking C, for example, what is the event of occurrence of prime number, dear students, then C is not a mixed event. Why? Because there exists only one element. That is the meaning. Best example. That is the meaning. So C is not a mixed event. Simple event. Yeah. Good. Aditya, keep it up. So I think you are getting the difference between simple event and mixed event. Okay. Now, dear students, see another example. Equally likely events. Next one is mutually exclusive events. So we give an example, we can see. Get it right on. Now, equally likely events means what, dear students? See, the given events are said to be equally likely. It's a very important. If none of them is expected to occur in the preference to the other. That means what here? Suppose if an unbiased coin is tossed a large number of times, each face, that is head and tail, can be expected to appear same number of times. That is the meaning. Simple, I'm giving another example. See what, Nana? When an unbiased coin is tossed a large number of times, means what your head and tail can be expected to appear same number of times. That is called as equally likely events. Otherwise, I'm giving simple definition right on. All any one. Just I'm writing. See, simple definition for you. You can write like this. What is that? All the events occur the same number of times. That's all. All the events occur the same number of times. Such type of events are called as equally likely events. See, that's why example 1 is given. See, when unbiased is coin toss, then the occurrence of head or tail are equally likely to be cases. That is the meaning. 2. When an unbiased die is thrown, all the 6 faces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are equally likely to come up. There is no reason to expect 1 or 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6 like this in the proportion to the other. Suppose head is coming 2 times, tail is also should come 2 times only. 3 times head is coming, 3 times the tail is also coming. So such type of events are called as equally likely events. Same number of times appearing. Here students now see mutually exclusive events. What is that? See, anyone? Write a mutually exclusive events. Dear students, see the set of events is said to be mutually exclusive if occurrence of one of them prevents the occurrence of any of the remaining events. Give the set of events E1, E2 and so on En for mutually exclusive events. Means what here? I'll give an example here. Students, see how is that their intersection should be pi. So I'm taking one example, the best example, you can get the idea. Now see the definition. Suppose, dear students, you are throwing an unbiased die. Suppose, what is the sample space? We can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now choose E1. Dear students, I'm getting E1. The event of occurrence of a number less than 4. What are they? 1, 2, 3. Okay. The event of occurrence of a number greater than 4. What are the E2? 5, 6. Then E1, E2, what is, is there any common element is there? No. 1, 2, 3. Is there any common element? No. So such type of events are called as mutually exclusive events. E1 and E2 are what? Mutually exclusive events. The one of the good example. So same thing you can take when tossing the 2 coins. Okay, now, first event is what you take getting exactly 2 heads like that, getting exactly 1 tail. So these two are mutually exclusive events. Now write down. See, mutually exclusive. Just now discussion of this one. This one is completed already. See, mutual exclusive events. What the result is coming? See, anyone? What are the exist two events? E1 intersection U2 is empty set in this case, but union is yes. Suppose in this case, what you see carefully? A set of events is said to be exhaustive events if the performance of the experiment results in the occurrence of at least one of them. So I'm giving another way. Dear students, write down. Exhaustive events means what here? Simply I'm giving writing here, write down. A set of, write down, all of you. Set of events is said to be a set of events. Oh, already it is there, no? A set of events means events. If what is the condition? These include all possible outcomes of the random experiment that is called as exhaustive events. Is the meaning. Dear students, if the set of events E1, E2, and so on, En for exhaustive events, then their union is always S only. So see the example, throwing an unbiased die, S is given, sample space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. E1, the event of occurrence of the number less than 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. The event of occurrence of the number greater than 2 means 3, 4, 5, 6. But the union is what? Yes. So E1 intersection E2 is what? Is non-empty set. That's the meaning. So my above example also see once anyone? Here E1 union U2 is not possible by above example. See above example because 4 is missing. Clear? See? Okay. So then E1 and E2 are called adjustive events. This is a very important point. So I'm taking one more example. Tossing a coin. Let's suppose 2 coins. What is sample space? HH, HT, TH, TT. So I'm taking E1 is what here? Getting at least one head. Getting at least one head means what? TT, TH, HT. Exactly two heads means what like this. But dear students, if I'm applying E1 in U2, E1 union U2 is how much? S is coming C. Then E1, E2 are called adjacent events. That is the meaning. Okay, now I'm taking one example. Some events are satisfying exclusive events and adjacent events. So see the examples. A set of events is said to be mutually exclusive events and adjacent events if above two conditions are satisfied. What are the above two conditions? This one. Intersection is empty set, but their union is yes. Okay, such type of events are called as mutually exclusive and adjacent events. That is the meaning. So these are, see, dear students, examples. Now, throwing an unbiased die. What is the even? Occurrence of an odd number, occurrence of an even number. But union is what, dear students? Yes, is coming. See, by intersection, there is no common element. So this is the one of the best example. E1 and E2 are mutually exclusive adjacent events. Next, see, now is the question now. So what is the classical definition of probability or mathematical definition of probability? Dear student, this is the definition now. What is the probability now I'm giving? The probability of an given E to occur is the ratio of number of cases in its favor to the number of cases. So how to write P of E is equal to N of E by N of S. Dear students, I'm writing another way. Number of favorable cases by total number of possible outcomes. This is the easy definition. What is the probability of an event? Number of favorable cases by total number of possible outcomes. How to write this one? See, N of E by N of S. N of S means what, dear student? That's the number of elements in the sample space. You should understand. N of E means number of elements in the event E. Now, get ready. What is the range of P of E? Okay, so the probability of occurrence of an event is a number lies between 0 to 1 only every time. Now see, E is the sample space, E is an event. Any set is subset of itself. Means what? E is always subset of set now. Why? Because S is the sample space, universal set like that. It has behaves as a universal set. Okay. Pi is subset of S. Empty set is subset of any set. Null set or void set. Okay, or empty set. Okay, dear students, from 1 and 2, what you are observing? See carefully, like that. This is the meaning. See carefully. Otherwise, you can write like this also. Pi is subset of E is subset of S. Apply n of pi less than or equal to subset. This is less than or equal to n of S. So n of 0 n of pi means 0. N of E less than or equal to n of S. The both are divided with n of S. N of E by n of S less than or equal to 1. That is the range. Which one is a? You can write down, no problem. So this is a very important impossible event, that is pi. Sure event, that is P of S is equal to 1. So dear students, so what is the impossible event? What is the sure event right now? See, I'm giving one example, best example. Suppose throwing a die, suppose rolling a die, okay? So what is the sample space you're getting, dear students? 1, 2, 3, 4 and like this now. So probability of a sure event has the value of 1. The probability of an impossible event is 0. Please add these points, all of you. Next question. Next slide, see. Right on. Okay. Waiting, eagerly waiting questions. Okay. Now see, relation between P of E and P of E dash. If E is any event and E dash is what, dear student, that is the complement of event E. Complement of set E, idea is there. Then P of E plus P of E dash is equal to how much? 1. This is a very, very important result. P of E plus P of E dash is how much? 1. So dear students, when they're asking what is the range of probability of any event means 0 to 1 only range. Now see, generally we are writing ideas that E union E dash. How much? That is yes. Am I correct, dear students? See. Now, so N of E plus N of E dash is equal to N of S. That is the meaning, dear students. Union means, okay, don't write like this, the wrong. N of E plus N of E dash is equal to N of S. Both are divided with N of S. What is the result? N of E by N of S plus N of E dash by N of S is equal to how much? 1. Dear student, this is what? P of E plus P of E dash is equal to 1. That is the proof. Right on? Very, very important. Thank you, Aditya. Now see the next question. Now see, odds in favor and odds against the event. This is a very important concept here. It's very easy for you. See, let's suppose let S be the sample space. Dear students, okay? And A is the number of cases favorable to the event E. And B is what? Number of cases favorable to the event E dash. Now, for the concept here, I'm writing C, odds favor of E. How to write? That is A by B. Odds against of E. How to write? Ulta, B by A. Now, see carefully. This is the formula. So odds in favor of event E means what the case? A by B is equal to N of E by N of E dash. So this is a very important. You can write this way. A by B means how to write? P of E by P of E dash. Similarly, P of E dash by P of E means B by A. So please remember this one, all of you. Write on this one. Now discuss problems. Get ready. So in this case, what here? Adding one on both sides. We get that's the meaning. So very important result. Up to here right now. Now I'm writing one question. Tell me what is the answer. Okay. Dear students, a description of a pack of cards. How many cards are there? Pack of cards, how many are there? 52. Okay, now? So there are 26 black cards are there, 26 red cards are there. Again, black cards divided into two parts. What are there? Spade and club. Red cards means heart and diamond. Dear students, one by one. Spades, clubs, diamonds, hearts are four suits are there. These are the suits. How many suits are there? There are four suits are there. Spade, club, heart, diamond. Each suit contains 13 cards, namely like that. See, dear students, again in every suit, J, Q, K are called, that is called as face cards. Face cards, okay? D, in every suit, J, Q, K, R is also included. That type of such type of cards are called as honor cards. That's enough. Now, see. In a pack of cards, the number of cards with the same face value is 4. Okay, the number of cards with the same face value is 4. How many are there? There are 4 each suits. Okay. So game of bridge, it is played by 4 players. Each player is given 13 cards only. Maximum 4 members can play this one with the 52 cards. No. Yeah, good question. No, not included. Joker. Dear students, what is the answer? The probability that a non-leap year will be have 53 Fridays is, what is the answer? Any one? Tell me. So I'm giving concept right on now. Hurry up. What is the case? See carefully. Dear students, here a non-leap year. A non-leap year. How many weeks are there, dear students? 52 weeks are there. Plus 1 day extra. See carefully. Suppose a leap year. We are talking about leap year. How many weeks are there? 52 weeks are there. Plus two consecutive days of a week. These two are very, very important. So these two consecutive days means what here? Maybe Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So how many cases are there? 7. Right on. It's very important now. After completing class, how many? Please call me once, okay? Now in break period. So leap year, non-leap year, what's revise this one? Okay, I'm going to discuss problem. Dear students, see the probability that a non-leap year will have 53 Fridays. Non-leap year means what? There are how many weeks are there? There are only 52 weeks are there, plus 1 day extra. Am I correct, dear students? Now, question is, how many 53 Fridays are there? So what is sample space? 1 day means what here? That 1 day means, I'm writing dear students, sample space is what? That is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. What is the sample space? Anyone? That is the meaning 7, dear students. So what is sample space? 52, 53 Fridays means what here? 52 Fridays completed already in 52 weeks, plus 1 Friday extra. So that is P of A is equal to, P of A means what you're getting a Friday. That is N of A by N of S means what? 1/7, that is the answer. So how many Fridays are there? Only one Friday. They're asking a non-leap year will have one Friday, 53 Fridays. That means only 1/7. See carefully, 1/7 is also belongs to what? 0 to 1. See carefully the value. Probably that answer, whatever you're getting, that answer cannot be exceeding 1 less than 0 also. See carefully. Similarly, second question. The probability that a leap year will have only 52 Sundays. Anyone? Why 5/7, Aditya? Tell me why. Sample space is 7, okay. Fine. Sample space 7, I think all of you getting now? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like this only. Because remaining how many days are there here? 52 Sundays. Okay. Leap year means what, dear students? 52 weeks plus 2 consecutive days. So why favorable case is 5? Your favorable case is 1. But your favorable case is 5. Why? Anyone? Aditya, you told the answer why? Not equal means, but six is coming now. Then try the question solutions. Will explain. Anyone? Okay, I'm writing. Okay, but okay, no problem. At least you try. Okay, good. All right. Huh? It is a leap year. Dear students, remaining 2 means for now. It is not visible. Just a minute, change that. That means 2 odd days are there. Remaining, you can say consequence means 2 odd days are there. Okay, fine. Now see, I'm writing, dear students. What are they? 2 odd days means Sunday or Monday, comma Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, consecutive days. Thursday, Friday, Friday, Saturday, Saturday, Sunday. Am I correct? This one, see? Okay. So this is a sample space. In this case, Sunday, how many times repeated here? Here, see, 1, 2. That is the, so probably that leap year will have 52, only 52 Sundays means what here, except Sunday. Remember, in this case, Sunday is not possible 2 holidays. Am I correct? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means 5 by 7. That is the answer. Sunday is not included. So idea good. So probability means what, now depending on another remaining 2 days. So there are 7 pairs are there in this case. So we have to choose only 2 pairs Sunday. So Sunday is not included means what here, 5 by 7. That is the correct answer. Okay. I'm proceeding to the next basic. Good. A coin is tossed. Okay, Aditya, try again. Jaswant Naidu. A coin is tossed 2 times. The probability of getting one head and one tail. That is the question. Tossing a coin means what is sample space? HH, HT, TS, TT. 2 times means what is the formula sample space, anyone? That is 2 square formula. Now, let E be the event of getting one head, one tail. That is the question. How many are there? HT, TS. Therefore, number of favorable cases, how many are there? 2. So, number of favorable cases by total number of possible outcomes is how much? 1 by 2. That is also belongs to what? 0 to 1. So, today I am discussing easy level questions, entry level. Right on. Right on. Anyone? Two dice are thrown simultaneously. The probability of getting an even numbers on both the dice. So dear students, my suggestion is, okay, so this is the dice 1, dice 2. Every time dear students write down like 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, like this is the correct way. 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. So getting an even number on both dice means what here? 1, 2, 3. That's the case. Am I correct? For the given, the probability of getting an even number on both the dice. Okay. First of all, what is the sample space? 6 square. That 36. So let E be the event. Getting an even numbers on both the dice is A is equal to 2. 2, 2 is possible. 2, 4 is also possible now. 2, 4, 6 like that. Next 4, 2, 4, 6. This is the easy way every time. 2, 4, 6. 3, 3 is 9. So what is the favorable cases anyone? Yeah, sure. Okay. So what is the P of A? N of A by N of S is equal to how much? 9 by 36. Answer is coming 1 by 4. Okay. Let us see. Next example, dear students. Ready. Anyone? Aditya? Just want to raise your hands. The probability of an impossible event. Anyone? Rasamuel. 0 is the best idea. Okay, no doubt 0. Mahalakshmi, super. Probability of an impossible event is what? What is the answer? 0. Superb. Good. But same question I'm changing, dear students. See, I'm giving one more question. Get ready. Here only. The probability of sure event is dash. What the answer? Here 0 is correct. Here 1 is correct. But how many mark everyone? Yeah, this is what I'm expecting. Okay. Now next page. Get ready. Anyone challenge this question? Four numbers are chosen at random from set 1, 2, 3, and so on 40. Then what is the probability that they are not consecutive? That's the question. Try anyone? Four numbers, you can choose four numbers. First, tell me what is sample space, anyone? What is the concept? Sample space is required. You have to choose four numbers. How to choose? How many numbers are there? Four. We have to choose four numbers. Means 40C four ways. What is sample space? N of S is equal to 40C4. You can choose any four numbers. Fine. Now, what is the favorable cases? What about favorable cases? How to find anyone? conditions apply, the probability that they are not consecutive. So I think all of you know this concept. Idea is the P of E plus P of E dash is equal to how much? Any one. 1. So what I'm doing here, therefore, P of E dash is equal to 1 minus P of E. So meaning what here, dear students? P of not consecutive is equal to 1 minus P of consecutive. Right now, have we explained next space? See carefully, write this code condition. So P of E plus P of E dash is equal to 1. We know that. So P of E dash is equal to 1 minus P of E, dear students, not consecutive. What I'm doing, my 1 minus consecutive. What the logic is there, dear students? See, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are consecutive. 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the one way. This is the one way. This is the one way. Like that, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so on. Last number is what? 40. Next what? 39. Next, 38. Next, 37. So dear students, how many consecutive numbers are there in a one? So there are 37 consecutive numbers are there. What is the answer? 1 minus. So favorable cases. How many are there? 37. Therefore, favorable cases by total number of possible outcomes. How much? 44. That is the answer. Right on. Right on. So simplify how much is coming? Here's the answer. This one you can get 2470. That means 2469 by 2470. Reverse process, we're doing this one. I can choose another one. See, easy question.